So mysterious. Blaze Holt's Big Boom. Oh, my heart. Oh, God. Drank too much Pepto-Bismol. Yeah, it's a very strange start. It reminds me of that sort of like 1970s American animation that was trying to 70s, 80s that was trying to capitalize on what the Japan animation had been doing. Yeah, very Daft Punky. Daft Punk on even more acid. Alright. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna try this game again. Alright. We can dash. We can swipe. We can... I was gonna seem to do something. Way! We're healed up. Apparently when they first made this game, it had some synchronizing issues, which made it really tough to, it kind of affected the reflexes and stuff, where, because it's a real precise sort of action reflex game. So, you would need this, you would need it to be as super precise as possible, right? But yeah, basically it's a Zelda, but more psychedelic and has Disaster Piece doing the soundtrack. Yes. Looks like you're inside of a microchip. I like that little red line that goes out. Whoa. Give me that. Oh yeah, Disaster Piece. Guy's not even... Oh, he's attacking. Just like Zelda, you don't progress until you destroy what's in the room. Yeah, I mean, with Stranger Things was sort of the zenith of that stuff, where it felt like everything was 80s. Metal Gear Solid 5 had that kind of 80s vibe. There were a lot of indie games at the time because it's an easy thing to copy, and Muse put out an album that was like all synth-wavy stuff. But this bloody music, man. Tron. I remember when the Tron movie came out, like the people I was around were so into it. I thought, was the first Tron really that great, or was it just interesting at the time? And it's no longer, it's no longer sort of like revolutionary. Alright, so you kill these guys and you get what? Get some bullets for your gun? Alright, what are we gonna shoot? We need to shoot that thing? I feel like I'm supposed to shoot that. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's like with Star Wars too, where Star Wars is interesting because it was new. And that actually, I just watched the first episode of Mandalorian, season 2. No spoilers. I'm gonna do a review video on it. It's so good because it's like they went back and they realized what was interesting about the first Star Wars, and then come up with a new way to present that old idea. Because if you're just doing ATSTs and like Darth Vader and all this stuff that's a rehash of it, yeah, that's a nice little nod for people, but it's not actually anything new. Whereas Mandalorian does such a good job of kind of approaching things in a new way, where you go, oh, I never thought of that, and that's a totally different way to do it. The first episode is like a Monster of the Week thing that's just done perfectly well with difficult situations, and then the character figures out a clever or badass way to get out of them that feels logical. He's in danger, the people are in danger. It's just a beautiful thing. This is a Breath of the Wild moment here. Emerald City. Marvel films, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy. And I tried watching Internet Avengers and it wasn't really my thing. Would have been, I kind of regret that I didn't do like a deep dive. There was oh, I love this. The rain is going up. Where's it go? Are we going back in time? Are we leaking time? What's happening now? This is where Death Stranding got all their ideas. What do you want from me? So Dark Souls got all their ideas. Yeah, there was a point where it was something like, it was like 40 days before Infinity War, something had come out, and my buddy was telling me, who writes for a 90s Kitty. He's like, if you watch one Marvel movie every night, you'll be ready. I watched Doctor Strange in the theater, and it was just fine. Pretty solid. I didn't see Ant-Man. Both Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, the first Guardians of the Galaxy was fantastic. The second one was pretty good. View your map. Here we go. That's such a Zelda map. That's where you want to go, sucker. But how are you going to get there? What? Actually, yeah. I remember seeing the first Iron Man, and it felt, because like the Spider-Man movies were good, the Sam Raimi ones, but they were very, very campy. But they were fun. And then the first X-Men movies were done really, really well. And that's when they got a bit more like kind of gritty, and everybody's going to be wearing black and leather, and Wolverine's not going to wear yellow. He wears black leather. It's a real leather daddy. Find the purple Triforce triangles. They're not Triforce, they're triangles, just a popular shape. 3 points, 3 lines, lots of power, lots of strength. Zelda didn't invent triangles. Yeah, you know, Wolverine, leather daddy. And like all those guys in the first X-Men movie, they're all wearing black leather. Warp here anytime using the map. Yay. Pretty friendly out here. A dog. Buy your Pokeballs. Yeah, but the first Iron Man felt like they made it cool. People seemed interested, but would you like? They're a bird. It's like a little bomb I put down. That guy just gave that to me. You got it. I like when you go to whack your sword, he just slowly nods his head. A sign of respect. Not random swordplay. Not here. Not now. The only movie based on comics that did a good Niagara job was the latest Joker. I thought the latest Joker was... Okay, do you want to shoot more? Oh, we need more of that fill up at the bottom. Look at this guy. I like these sort of paintings of them as you talk to them. It's a fun way to make it look a lot better with the developer not having to do as much work. The new Joker had some really cool moments, but overall I think it really suffered from having Todd Phillips be the writer and director. I don't think he's that great. He's the guy that did the Hangover movies. But I like the ideas. It just could have been a little less kind of silly in some spots and a little tighter, some better dialogue, some better reasons why all this stuff is happening to him. If it wasn't Joaquin Phoenix, I think that movie would have been a total joke. But he's basically at like the height of his powers, and that's a pretty damn good role for him. And I mean, a lot of the movie was carried on him just sort of slowly dancing around. But it was good, and I enjoyed it. And when it got to the end, it was nice. It just sort of struggled on its way to get there. You know what I mean? It's a bit kind of clunky. But I'm also really glad it was made, and I'm glad that it did well, because I want to see more movies like that that aren't afraid to be like a 70s movie where the ending isn't super duper happy or exploring different things. The way he did it is clumsy, because I think Todd Phillips is just sort of a clumsy guy in terms of movies. Hangover 1, 2, and 3. He's a bloody rich genius, though. I think he to get The Hangover made, I think he took points on that or something, and then it became one of the biggest comedies of all time. So he is extremely rich just off the first Hangover. He was a documentary guy too. He did like some kind of a punk music documentary that I think is pretty intense. So he's anti-establishment man. I remember when we went and saw The Joker with Ink, and we were all talking about it after, and I probably gave the same opinion. I just said no, and people going like, yeah, here we go. And then we get to Ink, and he's like, loved it. But because Ink is a big comic book guy, but you like the seriousness of comics, and everything. They're all like PG and PG-13 other than Deadpool, and even Deadpool is more jokey than serious, whereas like comics are about, from what I can tell, like real serious stuff that you just wouldn't even see in a movie, that they'd be too afraid to do, right? Like the Joker threatening to rape Commissioner Gordon's daughter, something crazy like that, and really murdering people and torturing them and stuff. Bam, bam, slam. Bam, 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 bam. Follow the red brick road. What am I healing from? How does that get recharged? I love the music and the world of this game, and the action seems fine. Not really good at backtracking and... Oh, okay, what happened there? What's that? They adapted The Preacher for TV, and it's poo-poo. Journeyman Gee! Comics are also aesthetically stylistic. Most superhero films follow a set aesthetic. That's very true. Yeah, because where a comic is, I mean, the artist has a whole page to really paint their image, and they're telling you a story from with how they lay out the panel too. Where like, you're gonna have 4 panels. Where are you gonna put them? What order are you gonna put them in? How are you gonna where are you gonna put the dialogue? It would make sense. So like, I feel like comics should be a perfect match for movies because of the length. The length of a comic could fit, or a comic series could fit a movie pretty well. And comics are about a big image, and they're not so much about dialogue, right? As opposed to a book, which seems much better suited for a television series, because you need that time to hang out with the characters, and you can do you can show a passage of time, and there's so much more. I had a sec. Oh. Well, that looks like the guy from the shop. Used to be somebody. But the problem is that the movies, they dial everything back so much that it's just not interesting anymore. TV show feels like an after school special, and the book is really messed up. Yeah, it's like, well, why? Like, why adapt something that is so treacherous and so dangerous and so raw? Why bother, right? The Extremist series in which Iron Man 3 is based is only 4 comics. Interesting. So 4 comics for a whole movie. Yeah, well, that's a big problem. Like you saw with Harry Potter, is that when they try to adapt a 500-page novel to a movie, you can't put everything in. The only really successful Harry Potter movie that was based on a longer Harry Potter book was the 5th one, because they focused on a few elements, they cut a lot of things, and then they used montages to show the passage of time and like the weeks that the characters were dealing with what's her name? Dolores Umbridge. You're limited when it involves real people too, right? Yeah, you need a lot of CG, and that can just feel kind of fake, and it's distracting. And because those because the actors aren't in the scene with the CG. I always feel bad for them having to act in front of a bloody screen or something. You can see them being like, whoa. This is why I stopped playing this game, because I got lost like a dummy. Oh, yeah. Who did they bring in? Didn't they bring in... Was it the French guy they brought in? Oh, you did such an amazing job just with the theme, right? Didn't he do the boom boom ba da dum ba boom? Those just like simple notes are so fantastic. The first couple of Harry Potter movies I thought were pretty good because those books were really short, so easy for them to do. The problem, because I've reviewed all of these Harry Potter movies, is that they had a really bad screenplay writer who tried to put in everything from the books. And only the fifth one had a different screenwriter, and it's 10 times better than the ones before and after it. Ah, yes! Alexandre Desplat. Didn't he do the Star Trek theme? The new Star Trek theme? Boom! Well, you shot it. I was expecting something to happen because this is a Zelda game. Look at those dark, bloody reds. Bloody reds. Eat it! Jumping spiders. Michael Giacchino did the new Star Trek. Man. Journeyman knows his stuff. Stephen King's son made a graphic novel Lock and Key in the TV show Kakapoo. I've never read a Stephen King book. Look at this freak on a leash. Hopefully he's on a leash. Hey, jerk. Eat it. Now what? Ooh. Sort of like an isometric Hollow Knight. The water. Look at this old gun. This looks like that thing they climb into in Prometheus. You love The Stand? The only Stephen King story you read is Shawshank. Stephen King did Shawshank? Wow. I thought he just did creepy stuff. That's such a great trivia question. You sneak that in. Good trivia to know. No one's going to guess it. Well, you guys would. But you guys know you're Stephen King. I'm just a poser who didn't even know he did Shawshank Redemption. Stephen King is Morgan Freeman. Did you know? Ishkabibble. Ah, looks sort of Greek over here. Are you playing a piano? Do you exist? Ooh. Gesundheit, thank you. Hey yo. Hey yo. Nice fountain. We got our animals, one of those water fountains that circulates the water. We'll see if they're into it. Only one cat went up to it. She just pawed at it. She's like, yeah, this is fun. What's that? Some kind of a toad thing with hair? It's over there. That's the boss, eh? Looks like my ex-wife, hey, ho, hey. So, Journeyman G. Oh, yes, the first real challenge. And I run away. You found us because of that Final Fantasy X compilation where I'm the person who has no emotion. And then you came to one of our games, the music game stream. Joined our Discord, and then you came to my actual music show last night. And I'm doing another one tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. You've had the full roller. You've been on my roller coaster, baby. What are they dragging dead bodies. They're dangerous. Oh, can I go through those? Not impressive. God, Disaster Piece is so bloody good, eh? You have to clean them. Oh, yeah, I saw a video of, actually, I was looking, because I couldn't figure out how to make the thing work, but it was because I didn't have enough water in it. And then when you turn it off, all the excess water that's up there kind of comes down and, spilled all over my floor, which was neat. My opinion on 90s cartoons, I think that 90s cartoons were a real golden time because they felt pretty intelligent. Stuff like, whoa, look at the scale of that. Batman the Animated Series, Gargoyles, Exo Squad, X-Men. They felt like they had they felt like more mature. I mean, X-Men was dealing with like xenophobia, racism, being different. Me and Stella watch this really cheesy Canadian show called Heartland, and the guy who plays the sort of comic relief, over-the-top, blowhard dad, he was Gambit's voice on the original X-Men. And he wasn't a voice actor, and he said all the other people really intimidated him on that show and would always kind of treat him like the rookie. But he came up with that sort of, because he is Canadian, that Quebecois, Gambit accent, no? He's a really good Gambit. Yeah, and then you had like really surreal stuff like Ren and Stimpy. Eek the Cat I thought was pretty funny. Duckman. That was a 90s cartoon, right? Duckman was really dark. It's like dark comedy noir. It's awesome. Jason Alexander. It was kind of sometimes exhausting to watch that show because he always lost. He was always pathetic. And then there's Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. It's more of like a 2000s show. And not really so much cartoony. Yeah, whereas like the 70s cartoons were very flat and kind of cheesy and just like the old 70s Spider-Man. When you compare that stuff to what was going on in the 90s, it just looked a lot better and way better acted and more nuanced, you know? A lot of depth to it. Rugrats. What are you guys doing? Can't shoot them. I kind of feel like this is an interesting game because I see those guys who instantly think that they're enemies, but they're just sort of peacefully carrying things. That's not a big problem. The devs who made Scooby-Doo Mystery and Genesis made the Duckman game on PS1. We've come full circle today. Cartoons in the 70s? Well, the Snow White movie was made in like the late 30s and was incredibly impressive. Boop. Hong Kong Phooey? What's Hong Kong Phooey? It's a bunch of Hong Kong Phooey. Oh boy. They need nothing but Hong Kong Phooey. I need to prove I'm not a racist. Wow, that's an interesting entrance, Norman B. The Hanna-Barbera cartoons? Hong Kong Phooey. Have kids with a Aboriginal woman. Yeah, be interesting. I guess I'd just be doing my part. D-Live is always a different flavor out in D-Live. It's a fringe thing, right? They're on the blockchain. It's already kind of political. Look at this happy little goat person. This game is creepy. I like that they talk in these sort of pictographs. Oh my god, look what they did to you. Wow. Are you still trying to get that off? Or I'll help you. How stupid was that when we were playing Blade Runner when the woman saves you and then shoots you with a gun to free you? Are you like that? That was dumb. Wait, what were those first things attacking them? Little frogs? Little froggy people? So it's like amphibians versus mammals? The Flintstones were in the 60s. And the Jetsons? Yeah, a lot of that stuff, you're just not sometimes aware of how old it is. I didn't realize that Snow White was from the bloody 30s and 40s, and Jungle Book was from, like, the 50s. Dumbo. A lot of that old crap. It's not crap, actually. It's really, really good. Yeah. Ooh, the green water. I feel like there was sort of a way that people talked from 30s, 40s, 50s, and then like 60s, 70s, 80s, they started changing around the 90s, and then there's just more of like a modern way of talking where I feel like it's kind of dumber than it's ever been. Like when you watch an old talk show, like a Phil Donahue show or something from the like late 80s, 90s, there's a lot of people, you know, and they're like really expressing themselves, and it's like quite eloquent, and they can kind of speak faster, and they go, I really don't think that's fair at all, you know? I really don't think it is. And now people are just like, lit, fire, turned, lol. Look, when you watch a TikTok when somebody talks to their parents. Like, I saw this girl, it was one of these things, it was sort of how to freak out your MAGA parents. She goes, I'm like dating this guy, but he's like, I mean, he has a history. People allege that he sexually assaulted somebody, and the parents like, oh, Jennifer. No, her name's probably like Craylee. We wanted to name our girl like Haley, but that's like not cray enough, so we said let's call her Craylee. Shit is cray, Craylee. It's bomb ass Craylee the third. And then she basically kind of lists a bunch of things that Trump had done, and they go, but without telling them, they go, yeah, what's my boyfriend, I like him. They go, no, you cannot be with a person like that. And she says, oh yeah, but it's like okay for him to like be the president. And the mom realizes right away. She goes, ow, Craylee. The dad doesn't get, oh. What's going on? Why am I dying? I just don't understand. Parents. Is this a walking simulator? Or a Zelda? If this was Link's Awakening, I would have bashed about 300 more enemies in this time. Look at that. That's a nice isometric angle you got going there. Greatly. That's one of the better things I've come up with. Parents just don't understand. Yeah, I love Disaster Piece. I have a video on the website just about Disaster Piece, where I analyze his Fez OST. Am I going to? Yes. Wait and slap. Wait and slap chop. Slap chop. Hey! Whoa! I feel like I'm not being punished for just sort of wandering around. Seems to be designed pretty well, where I'm not gonna get myself into trouble, you know. Slap chop. What are you talking about, boomer? Your slap chop jokes. Ooh, Little Shop of Horrors. Cool. Little Shop of Horrors and slap chop. This game's for boomers like me. I saw somebody even discussing the idea of teaching esports in school. This is the walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm. I was really hoping they would have brought Kevin Bacon into the new episode of Mandalorian. I haven't watched the second episode, though. Bam! Oh, yeah, you're talking about Dune. It's just a simple sandworm. Apparently, if you walk without shoes in a jungle, you can get worms in your butt. Very vagina. Oh! October next year for Dooney Booney? Oh, that was a lot easier. Give me the green goo, free my soul. Okay, boomer. Old songs. Stella, last year had 2 years ago, 3 years ago, had all of her friends come over here at the same time because they live 6 hours away. She's like, I don't want to have all you guys coming up every weekend and me having to arrange my life. Everyone comes up at the same time, and she just put out a bunch of like mattresses. You could all sleep in this room. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And we made a big group playlist of music. Vasilis77. And, anyways, we're adding music to it, and one guy just kept putting on, like, it was all like kind of new stuff, like trap and pop trap and grunk trap and cray. And then I put on one song where people have guitars and sing, and he's like, oh yeah, old man music, so boring. Yeah. Where they play. I don't care if it doesn't have to be guitars and bass and drums and like singing Beatles type songs, but I do like it when people are, even if it's all electronic, if they're just actually pressing the buttons at the time, because there's that feels alive and you can feel it. You don't want things to feel like too sequenced, you know. It gets really boring. It's like listening to a boring loop. I tried reading Dune and I got a few chapters in, I think, and then I sort of fell off of it. Oh yeah, how? Wow, Back to the Future 2 casts Elijah Wood and predicts that people wouldn't even use your hands. Use your hands for a game? I want to control it with my balls. That's what I want. A PH game you control with your B and C. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Oh my god, I'm so glad we're not playing Blade Runner anymore. That was fun the first time I played it. It could be a timing thing where I hadn't played it for a while, so I was out of the loop, and when it was supposed to be kind of ramping up to the exciting part, I was kind of out of it. Bam. Eat this. Hey, what am I hitting? Yes! I love that goosh sound. I didn't know that was Elijah Wood either. Elijah Wood is so creepy looking. He does look like a little elf or a hobbit. Alright, now we all have to look at Elijah Wood in Blade Runner. Okay, let's see. I mean, not Blade Runner. Back to the footer. Back to the footer. Elijah Wood. That would have been weird if he was... Oh my god, look at his little face. He has such big, expressive eyes. Alright. Kablamo! There he is. Elijah Wood in Blade Runner. Look at his futuristic fly swatter hat. So nice and colorful and fun. He's got a big, gigantic gun. Look at that little prick. Yeah, it's called Journeyman G. You fit Kid Hayden Christensen in the mouth of madness as the paper boy. Okay. Just when I think I'm out, you pull me back in. Came up with those hats. Bert Spitzel! Hayden Christensen, paper boy. I like when they talk to when they talk to actors and you realize like, oh, they're drama kids, but like on screen they're these like rough and tumble people, but then you talk to them out of character and you're right, they're obviously these sort of flamboyant drama types, because that's why they got into acting in the first place, right? They like to have fun, they like to play. What was the movie? Mouth of Madness. Hayden Christensen. Show me, show me, show me. Hayden Christensen. Bad Anakin or bad writing and bad direction? Oh yeah, there's that Hayden Christensen mouth. Here it comes. Get ready for it. I'm giving it to you. Boom! Probably can't see. There you go. I don't like sand. It's rough and coarse. Okay. Yeah, he was good in Sin City. He was very, very, very creepy. I'm going to take a 5-minute break and go to the bathroom. So I will be right back. BRB. 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 BBBBBB. All right. I am comfortable. Pilot wings, baby. The one guy who's an extra in a ridiculous number of movies. He's an extra, too? That looks really, really fun, being an extra. Isn't that like a couple $100 a day? As long as you actually don't want to be an actor. You kind of have to be somebody, I guess, that wants to be... Well, if you're trying to get into the industry, I think it'd be a cool way to make a couple $100 a day and sit around a lot. So if you were somebody like... You want to become a screenwriter, wouldn't it make sense to do extra work? Because you're not really committing to anything. You don't have to learn lines. You're just hanging out. There's lots of sitting around and waiting. And you're in the biz. You don't want to be going around annoying people, but you're watching. So you're sort of like watching, learning, watching them do their setups. You can be learning a lot. It's like going to film school. I think as long as you're quiet, you can watch people like, I don't know, hold cameras and just observe how a director plans their day and all that kind of stuff, right? Writing. Seems like a genius thing to do. What else are you going to do? Like, go wait tables and have to work hard? And I guess you're getting sort of life experience, which is nice. Cool. I really thought I was going the wrong way in this game. You grabbed the one on the right. It lit the thing on the left. Huh. I really like the idea of this game. I think it needs a bit more going on or something, Okay, well, what just happened there? I'm bleeding. Fix me. Well, seems like something happened. Oh, you can jump off, you dummy. Woohoo! Jesse Hyman. What's this? Wonderful. Crunch, 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 crunch. Ooh, it exploded. Oh, I got hit. Ah, I'm dead. Yeah, now the Biden's been locked in as Mr. Winner, Mr. Big Boy. He probably thinks that he's got some time. They're going to go through this process, but I think he's kind of standing alone. Oh, man, that thing's tough. Yeah, I don't think the Republicans are big fans of him. Actually, I just kind of took a quick glance on Reddit, and it seemed like there was some... Ooh, crap. Some important Republican of some kind, and they were asking why they weren't more, like supporting him vocally. He was a great entertainer, Trump. Yowza! I hate these Joy-Cons. I wish I had a Pro controller. And I did. That's why I'm not... I should probably go buy another one. So you're not... Oh. So that's not a warp through. Heal me. Oh boy. Oh, it keeps coming back up. Yeah, I think Saturday Night Live themselves, they've That's just how they've been writing so much of their material over the last 4 years. I think it works better when they make fun of all the candidates and not become so like leaning one way, you know? Yeah, well, I mean, he's getting some traction on his latest thing where it goes, Stephen Colbert rips up monologue and then just goes off on Trump. His Republican character was pretty great. I haven't really dug his Tonight Show thing. What? Ooh, it seems like something important happened. This guy's here if you want to pad your something, pad your health. Ow! Yeah, I don't remember, Jay Leno, David Letterman, Ed Sullivan, Johnny Carson. It was never about politics. It was more like the Jimmy Fallon style of, Jimmy Fallon's sort of like Johnny Carson of, let's get some famous people and be goofy. David Letterman was more of, I'm going to interview these celebrities and try to make them look like idiots. Jay Leno was more like, sort of like comedy with them and get across their agenda. And Conan O'Brien was more of like a surreal, lots of skits and kind of wacky stuff. Which I think, as much as Conan O'Brien probably wanted to have that spot as a Tonight Show host, I just never thought that he was mainstream enough for it. No, Biden's going to be a pretty boring president. He's probably not going to give very many speeches. He's just going to go about his business. And Trump was a gift to these people. Even Bush was, because he wasn't afraid to speak his mind constantly. There you go. This is tough. Yeah, you wonder, because I guess they sort of adapted with the times of, okay, well, this is a good time for us to be really, really political, and Colbert did cover politics before, so he was good. It worked well for the 4 years. But yeah, what else is he going to go after now, right? Just like Republicans in general, or maybe both? That'd be nice. And you already have The Daily Show, Trevor Noah. You already had, what's his name? John Oliver's thing, Last Week Tonight. You got Fox News with their own brand of comedy. Actually, other than like some of the wacko people, I found like I was cycling through a bunch of the different news stations in the States covering the election. They had some pretty good coverage. They just have like some pretty biased stuff too. But they're all pretty biased. Other than like the BBC or CBC when it comes to American stuff. They don't really have a vested interest in it. I found ABC was pretty good. NBC was awful. People they had on there were like really struggling to put sentences together, and they had this one guy controlling their map. He was just terrible. Seemed like a nice guy, but didn't really project a nice, stable, newsy type of aura. Yeah, Trump probably did save him. He'll, yeah, he's, I wonder if all the attention he got from Trump, Ink watches a bit of Trump, and he said that no, not Trump, Ink watches some Colbert stuff. I wonder if, and he said that there is some, like, cool kind of random stuff they do. Well, it seems like, I think after a while they'll die out. Oh, cool. And they'll move on. I think it's a pretty fickle base. That's why they liked them, because everything he did was so quick. You know, you didn't have to read a long article about anything. You could read a tweet, or he could make you laugh in his speeches. So yeah, I don't think that they'll stay too long. They'll just get bored of politics. Or Indiana Jones. Isn't Jon Stewart coming back? From the dead. Sweet tent. Yeah, he had that movie that felt a bit too. From what I read in the reviews, it was sort of the one with Steve Carell was a bit out of its time. Sort of felt like it was from 2008 in terms of its politics. Kylo Ren on the Red Planet. Oh yeah. When all those people they're attacking have the rice hats. Kylo. I Joe Pio Coke. What's that mean? Coke. Where's this gonna go? Your brain is in a food coma. Where am I going? I felt like there were two paths I could have taken there. I'm gonna go back up. I'm not ready for this yet. I'm ready! Boom, ba, ba, da, 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 da. Hayden Christensen starring in another Star Wars movie? Oh, wow. They really understand their fan base. I've never seen him in anything but Star Wars movies. And, Journeyman! Whoa, that's good. Is this like a fast travel thing, or it's a super heal? Hold to warp. Hold what to warp? Whoa. Am I going towards this pink? Okay. Go down here. I guess they're trying to get all these pieces together. So either up and to the left or down. What's this guy? You haven't opened them all yet. It's so gritty. It was so gritty and dark when he murdered those terrible kid actors. But Master Yoda. I don't feel like I'm getting any closer to the answer here. Does stuff not show up on the map unless you do something? Oh, I feel like I already walked through here. Oh yeah, now it shows up on the map. That's weird. Weird. A lot of dead people. Alright, let's try going over to the right. Okay, up and left and down and over. Wait a second, is this game a collectathon? You're not doing that, boyo. Is there a hint on the map that this is inaccessible? No. No, there's not. I don't think. Oh! Whoa! That didn't work. Can't he touch the water? Is he a bloody vampire? I think I liked it better when I just explored randomly. Seemed to work better for me. Ooh. You got another piece of something. Vampires afraid of water, 17, Carl? Apparently water hurts vampires. Vampires can't touch water. And they can't go into a house unless they're invited. No reflections. Not big fans of the sun. And they can fly. And they can shapeshift. And the whole blood thing of, can you drain someone's blood all the way? Do you drain half their blood and then they turn into a vampire? What story says they're vulnerable to water? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids too. Just call me Carl. They don't cook with garlic. They don't like garlic. Yeah. They're like little kids. I don't want to swim. I don't like garlic. I don't want to go outside into the sun. Where the hell am I going? Where was that place I was at before? Carl. Nick Fuentes. You loved garlic as a little kid? Twilight vampires glisten. Yeah, was that in the books as well? That weird glistening thing? How they sparkle in the sun? Like they're made out of diamonds? It's very inconvenient. Okay, I remember seeing that guy. I'm guessing I'm looking for these purple things. You still love the garlic. You know what got me into different foods? Pizza. I probably would have thought olives are gross as a kid, and then I started just getting pizza with lots of different toppings. And all of the grease and cheese and fat and bread really makes things quite palatable. Down the elevator. You're pretty pale. Grew up in South Florida. Pasty white boy in the long sleeves. They would call you vampire? Would they call you vampire or vampire? No, in Florida. Which part of South Florida? I used to go down to Fort Lauderdale to work on cruise ships. I've never been to Miami. That always seemed like such a stretch. But I regret not going when I was there. Oh no! Have I been here already? I think so. Let's get out of here. Bye. Gross Ferratu. Oh my god, you had a rough time down there. They call me Gross. Gross Ferratu. I used to watch a cartoon where the character would say, I'm Bond. James Bond. Jr. The show was James Bond Jr. He'd do James Bondy stuff, but he was a little more. He wasn't a stuffy old man in a tuxedo. He was a kid in like a bomber jacket with a mullet. I don't even think like girls or women were involved or any of that. Best vampire movies, Let the Right One In, Thirst, Vampire Hunter, D, Only Lovers Left Alive, What We Do in the Shadows, Never Saw Twilight. That'd be a good movie too. Walking past a guy passed out, face down in the sand. Yeah, if you see somebody, can your brain access all the times that you would walk past them before? Because I remember dating a girl. I dated her for like 3 or 4 years, and she says that she remembers me coming into her Tim Hortons, and my mom ordered tea with like milk, and she put cream in it. And my mom goes, "I remember that. That was not good." But I don't remember. And that's why we're not together. Unmemorable. Would you look at this? I've only seen What We Do in the Shadows. Hello? I heard somebody go, "Ooh." Let the Right One In. I don't know that one. Or Thirst. Or Vampire. Vampire Hunter D sounds like a 18 plus movie. What about Vampires in Brooklyn? Vampires in New York? That Eddie Murphy classic. I ran into a barista who served me when I was 16. She told everyone I liked iced white chocolate mochas. And that's nice. Look at this guy. Captured in a net. Looks like a bunch of blood. And now what? I got a rock. And I set myself free. I'm still working on it. I'll help you. Maybe I need to bring him a rock. This game is very open-ended. Vampire Hunter D. It does sound... It's a very Japanese-sounding name. Because it's like a cyberpunk vampire hunter where they fly around in Gundams. Try to bite through this Gundam armor vampire. It like some people are very. They like where I'm from. You order a latte or something, and people think, "Oh, you're one of those, aren't you?" I remember going to a Tim Hortons with some friends from Vancouver Island, small town. And at Tim Hortons, our Canadian coffee thing, they had lattes. I go, "I'll try one of those." And they looked at me and just said, "You would. You would." Yeah, there's an Eddie Murphy plays a vampire in Brooklyn. He's got really long hair. He has the same hair that Van Damme has in the 90s movie Hard Target. Condition where people meet a person once and remember their face forever. Hey. Remember in 1992? I have a really tough time remembering faces. Sometimes I'll forget people that I know. I'll forget their face. Like Stella's parents. Sometimes I won't remember her dad's face. I have to really think. With those people, like small town people who think that a fancy coffee is really a terrible thing to do, and because they're scared, they don't know how to order. Damn it, I'm down here again. Follow the bloody map, Matt. Oh yeah, they told me go towards that red skull. Go to Skull Face. Like my parents' friends opened up a coffee shop in a very, very small town. But you'll see people, lined up around the block to get into a Tim Hortons, so they can order burnt coffee. that tastes terrible because they're scared to go into it. They think that if you go to, I mean, Starbucks does charge ridiculous prices for some of their drinks. We've been getting this apple oat latte, and the small is something like $5.50 or $6, and then it's something like 50 cents for a big gigantic one. It's expensive, but it's pretty tasty. It's a nice little treat. But if you just want to get a regular coffee there, it's not an exorbitant amount. It's the same price as Tim Hortons. And actually, the coffee is way stronger. The Tim Hortons coffee, if you're not familiar, it's like our national franchise of coffee shops, and they make stuff really cheap, and it's not very good. It's like it's worse than McDonald's. But Starbucks isn't expensive if you just order a regular coffee, right? If you just order a drip coffee or something, or Americano. Oh, Tim Hortons is gross. There's no flavor. The donuts just taste like sugar. And, yeah, the coffee's weak and burnt. $5 for coffee is definitely a lot. Yeah, exactly. Everything is frozen. Oh, yeah, all their stuff is frozen. Yeah, it's got no, They got bought out by some, like, American company who just doesn't care and thought, how can we make this cheaper? And they're probably making a lot of money. I need to get up to this fella, but it looks like there's a bridge here. A bridge too far. Fatty. Okay, let's follow this purple thing here. The best canned coffee. I like the idea of canned coffee, but I find that they always are very very sugary, right? Caffeinated gum. You want some gum? You want some gum? All right. They got bought by the Brazilians. Seems like they'd make even better coffee. I think in Brazil they would take it pretty seriously, right? Chew on the cocoa leaf. La Colombe is sugary AF. Like everybody else, yeah. Lived in Seattle for 3 years. I used to live in Polsbo, Washington for a little bit. Okay, how do we get up to there? Is this purple stuff underground? So I need to go over here and go underground over there and go up? I need to learn this mop. Am I being Aaron from Game Grumps and not able to process something incredibly simple right now? Is that what's happening? I would drink coffee in a can. If you were in a situation where you needed to make sure you had a fresh, delicious coffee. You know, if you're working out far away and... Oh, yeah. Japan. They put everything in a vending machine. They put Brazilian people in vending machines. Okay, let's try to go up and over, maybe. I am lost. Oh my god, we're back here. Could use a little bit of help. Tommy Lee Jones advertises them as an alien from Cowboys and Aliens. Burger King agreed to purchase Tim Hortons for $11.4 billion. The chain became a subsidiary of the Canadian holding company Restaurant Brands International, which is majority owned by Brazilians. 3G Capital, thank you. Oh, that was 2014? I feel like Tim Hortons sold out way before that. Okay, this is the door I've been trying to get to for a long time. Where I thought, I'll get out just in case there's other areas I can go to. No. Tim Hortons, no. It was 2014, eh? Huh. Maybe they started freezing their stuff before that. They're preparing people for how bad it was going to be. Okay, so what's the map look like here? Orange. And purple? Ooh, a slime has appeared. Yeah, their stuff used to be really good. Because baking stuff is tough. People who bake get up really early. Oh, I feel like I need a new power to get that. Go fetch it. Navi. Uh-oh. I'm scared. I haven't been fighting at all. I have no skills. Oh, man. So running a bit slow. I waited so long to get this on Switch. It felt like the perfect console to play it on, other than this terrible controller. Yeah, because my friend in Toronto owns a donut store called Glory Hole. And, I mean, they're in there like 4 or 5 a.m. And when you watch them in the back and they're dealing with dough and they're like, they're pushing it, and you're at kind of like a bad angle, and really, really tough work. I would deliver the donuts in the car. That was very easy. I mean, every once in a while I get a box of donuts and it really ruined my day. But worth it. This game without any combat? Yeah, sometimes I kind of forget that there is combat. But then what would you do? Your mother bakes and cooks all the time. She works at a retirement home now. As a dietitian. Nice. There was, I love when people use, like, food as medicine, you know? Like, you got this wrong with you? You need more niacin. Less inflammation. You there need some riboflavin. Gay people used to joke about iced coffee being a gay thing. No. Yeah, well, you guys were ahead of the curve. Like with a lot of things. But, I feel like gay people are, like, really ahead of the curve in some things. And then other stuff, you guys are, like, old school. You know? With kind of a entertainment. Like Cher. I guess Lady Gaga's the new Cher now. There's probably somebody even newer. Maybe I'm just behind the times on what I think that they're into, and I'm totally wrong about that. Iced coffee's fantastic. When I was really into coffee, I would freeze coffee ice cubes. But then, it's too much caffeine. It just, like, blew up my nervous system. I was like the guy in Neuromancer. I could jack into cyberspace anymore. Excuse me for a second. I'm just going to go close the door behind me. Zoolander changed the game. Yeah, I do like a good iced coffee, though. Here's my Starbucks iced coffee hack. I've said before. You just order a double iced espresso, and then you add whatever you want to, and it's like $2. $2. $2.50. Don't order a iced latte. That's a rip-off. Gay culture icons are timeless. They still like to share, but Lady Gaga's more relevant now. Who else? Kesha? Sia? Sia Bobia? Here's a nice bacon donut. Where do all these funny people come from in our chat? This is nice. Oh, you're red. Richard Simmons. Oh, didn't he get kidnapped by his healthcare worker? Or he had some kind of a nanny or something? She wouldn't let him leave the house. You're mine. I want Richard Simmons all to myself. Really? I feel like you'd kidnap him, and then after a couple of days, he'd be like, no, have him back, please. Yellow key. Well, how'd he get that? Can't just fly across. Alright. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck. There ain't no trouble when you call DW. Darkwing Duck. Slime Rancher. Troy Sivan, Timothy Chalamet. A rock star, novelist, diplomat. I wake up in the morning, I write a chapter or two. I fly to Moscow. Handle world peace. And then I close off by selling on Madison Square Garden. Marina and Diamonds, Perfume Genius, and Eve's Tumor are big with the gay indie scene. Okay. Yeah, see, now I really feel like an old boomer. I like that sound. Alright, you keep shooting there, guy. He caught up to me. Bloodborne's gonna get a remaster. Bloodborne versus Sekiro. Sekiro you've beaten, Bloodborne you have not. Sekiro had a blast throughout. Bloodborne decent for the first 6 hours. Bloodborne's awesome. There's a point where, yeah, I did ask for that and I got it. There's a point in Bloodborne where it sucks and you have to farm blood vials every time you want to try a boss. That's really annoying. But other than that, the game is really strong throughout, with just amazing design of the enemies and the levels and the mystery, the fights, the atmosphere, l'ambiance. Why don't you fill me up, Buttercup? No! Which one did I like better? Sekiro, I had more fun playing Sekiro. Bloodborne is more challenging. Whereas Sekiro I found more satisfying and less banging my head against it. Even though the final boss is just crazy. The final boss phases. Bloodborne overall, though, is probably has more to offer, but it's but I think like after playing Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Bloodborne, I was ready for Sekiro to switch things up. I never feel like I'm actually dodging what's coming at me. I just dodge attacks. Buttercups. There's a Sekiro quote. That was me trying to fight that boss near the end. Don't you dash into the water. Oh yeah, this guy. I remember this guy. You like playing games casually, so you'd hate a Dark Souls game? Yeah, that's why I liked, like, Sekiro had some really tough bosses, but Bloodborne is sort of disturbing the whole way through and difficult and scary. Although, every time you play a From Software game, the next one is easier. I mean, when I first played Demon Souls and then first played Bloodborne took me about, like, 3 or 4 tries to actually beat. Owlboy? No. I think I would like it, you know? I like these throwback games. It looks like it took a long time for them to make. The animation's really beautiful. Have you? Is it good? Tomb Raider. Yeah, Tomb Raider is nice. It was a kind of to go from Uncharted to Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raiders. Yeah, I haven't finished Demon Souls. Not even close. Maybe like a quarter of the way through. Oh, this happy little sail. Let me enter. We're gonna fight? You look so happy. Whoa. Oh my god, bullet hell. Nice. Fully orchestrated OST? Ooh. Yeah, so the first time I went to a Tomb Raider game after playing Uncharted, I think it was like in 2014. I bought a computer with a graphics card, so I wanted to torrent games that would look good, just to see them, and then see what games I want to buy. And okay, this guy's a real jerk. You are not ready. Oh yeah. The weird thing I thought about Tomb Raider was that it was very brutal without the comedy, the lightheartedness of Uncharted. So like all the crazy deaths, that was a bit kind of like masochistic, misogynistic. Why? Because she's a lady? Yeah. Oof. This is like what's the name of the game? Hotline Miami. I was going to say Hollow Knight Drifter. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is good? Yeah, it's like stealth and using your bow. I read a review of Owlboy and they said you get to this point where you realize that doing like a backwards dash is the fastest way to get around, so you end up just kind of dash everywhere. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know. A restream bot? Which one did Ink play? He probably played Rise. Bum, 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 bum. I should be able to, if I plan this a little better, I could there you go, take out a few of these before they're a problem. That felt like Hololine Miami Drifter Owlboy. I thought it was right below me, but it wasn't. God, doesn't it look so like Link to the Past but sepia toned? Link to the Past with an Instagram filter. Music sounds like it's got a few filters, a few thousand filters. This guy's scary with those things. No health for me. Oh, I see. It only points one way. And it doesn't track you, so you just have to zoom past that stuff. It's a nice way of upping the ante in the combat. In a way that feels pretty fair. Link to the Past with a vignette. My aunt got really into photography, and she really abused vignettes for a while. It made everything look like it was the picture you'd put of somebody at their funeral, with like that heavy white vignetting around it, like they're dead on a cloud. Oh, I don't think that was the way we're supposed to go. Old Gil needs to get back down there. Or maybe not, Gil. Unless you want to go there. Oh, Gil. You go back down, Gil. You do? Hotline Miami's too hard? I really liked Hotline Miami. But the thing about it was that it was fast and I think I confused this with there being like a treat down there, but it's not. The George Lucas one? Oh yeah, Restreambot is people from different channels. Well, like originally I was going to be the voice of Darth Vader, but the studio didn't like that, and I thought I have to get somebody more, of course, more imposing and that kind of thing, and I think it would have been better with me. So my latest special edition, I'm going to go through and put my voice in for all the characters, and just CGI and change them all to look like me, and Because I made Star Wars. Of course. Nobody believed me at the time, of course, but, of course, you know how the story ends there. It's got a real gully. The photo person with the vignettes, that lady, right? I don't know which lady. I don't think you'd know her. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. She was big into vignettes, too. It's like for women of a certain age. Ow! The Tomb Raider, you know, where the cliff crumbles, and she falls down, and she has to swing her way out of trouble, and then she stealthily comes up on some mean guys and kills them with a bow, you know, and then she explores a tomb. Did anyone see the Alicia Vikander Tomb Raider movie? She's so bloody beautiful. Tomb Raider 2013, Rise, Shadow, Crumbling Cliffs. I really liked Uncharted 4. You know, it'd be cool is if your ball was gonna get stopped by this wall, if that cursor disappeared. Hey! The Tomb Raider movie with Alicia Vikander, the newest one. Yeah, Tom Holland playing young Nate. I kind of like Nate as more of a world-weary kind of guy. But Sony makes pretty good movies. Didn't they? They made Logan. They made the Spider-Man movies. Okay. Pay attention, Tom Holland. I thought the last two Spider-Man movies are pretty good. Homecoming and Far From Homecoming. With Zendaya. She could be Lara Croft, but she'd just look at a tomb and roll her eyes and go, don't feel like it. Tombs are so old. Yes. Health, please? Yeah, baby. Walk with me, my friend. Oof, sound effects are nice. Didn't Sony make Resident Evil films? Oh, those are real bad. Yeah, those are real bad. They all had bows. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Carl. I guess it's hard to make Tomb Raider games unique. All the Uncharted games are basically the same. Yeah, she was an Ex Machina. Good choice for that. Because she seems perfect. You can empathize with her, but she almost seems like so perfect that she would be made. And she kind of has an innocent look to her too, like somebody that was just born. Ah! Oscar Isaacs was really good in that movie too. Oh, that movie makes me so uncomfortable, Ex Machina. That's why you have to have a dance scene in the middle. You got all the Tomb Raider games? I played Tomb Raider 1 on a PlayStation. And I had the code. Oh yeah. Very exciting for 14-year-old me. Die. Oh man! Explore the Croft Mansion in VR. Yeah, I remember buying pot off a guy and him telling me the Resident Evil movies were awesome. And being so excited that he lent me it. And even being super high, I was watching it going, well, this isn't good. He could have been like, oh, they're so bad they're good. No, they're hardly that. They're exhausting. She just kicks everything. Yeah. I mean, I find like the gameplay of Uncharted is just enough to kind of keep going. And then everything just works so well together. And then there's the set pieces. Oh, those set pieces. When I play Uncharted, things happen, and I'm thinking to myself, I cannot believe I'm actually playing this sequence. And that they allow you to die really quickly and come back and try it again and try it again. They never forget that it's a game. Like, they put the game in cinematic game, as opposed to just making it a movie that's really boring. Press X to play a game. Don't worry, we'll play it for you. The mansion is completely different in Shadow than compared to Rise. Ow! Yeah, I've never played Uncharted 1. I tried going back to Uncharted 2 and 3 to 2, and I got to the part with like all the magic Sasquatches or whatever's going on. And didn't really want to keep playing. Yeah, see, there's always that threat of actually dying, which makes that Uncharted stuff really interesting. She got to work with her husband on every single one of those movies. She was amazing in The Fifth Element. She makes... I don't know, it's just like those movies never felt like Resident Evil in the slightest. They weren't atmospheric, creepy horror. They were like really kind of glossy, brain dead action, where like all the stuff she was doing didn't make sense. I do like when she rides that motorcycle and sort of flips upside down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This all of a sudden the combat got way more difficult. Have I played a modern Resident Evil? No, nothing other than Resident Evil 4. I've only played 1, a little bit of 2, and 4. I should play 2, the remake. That looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to pay more attention. I think you can have the threat of death not in a difficult game. Where, like, Mario Odyssey... Well, I mean, they can kill the character, but there's not a real punishment for it. But it never feels tedious. It feels more like you can explore. And on Uncharted, it makes things challenging. You can die. Like, the sequence I bring up is, fuck. Resi 7's on PS Now? That does. Other than my internet being a real tank fest, but thanks, Prince. Monster Hunter film? With Alicia Vikander? Or Mila Jovovich? The military finds the monsters? When I hear a movie being compared to Transformers, I think, okay, red flag. And then the studios think, yeah, make us a lot of money. Fuck. I could see Jovovich out there, and because she just has these like such strong features. She can play somebody that looks exotic, or like a cave. She could play a cave woman brought back, like the weapon in The Fifth Element. Multipass. Oh my god, she was so good in that. When you see like her character in Resident Evil and other stuff she's done, it really makes me appreciate how she like totally disappeared into that character. Dallas Corbin Dallas Multipass. Yeah, Transformers is big fat poop. I remember reading a Roger Ebert review on the Transformers movie. And it said... The first paragraph of the review is talking about G.I. Joe and how bad G.I. Joe was. They said G.I. Joe was one of the worst movies I've ever seen committed to film. It's obnoxious, it's atrocious, it's illogical, but it's still better than Transformers. And my girlfriend at the time's mom had just seen Transformers. And I said, oh, I'm reading a review on it. She goes, oh, I just saw it. I laughed, I cried. It's the greatest movie I've ever seen. Okay, well. Different strokes, I guess. There's people that are digging it. G.I. Joe is better. The death match of movies. That's where I would not want to be a movie executive, because you're like second guessing your own instincts on stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's kind of the thing with Resident Evil. It becomes this long puzzle. You go, oh yeah. The zombies aren't that scary when I've walked down this hall 35 times and now I'm frustrated about which piece I need to unlock. Oh, yes. I kind of wish this game had more combat earlier on so I would be way better at it. Kill. You have to be very aggressive because these guys are so active. So nimble. Can I get some health, please? You need to take all those parts to the fusing machine, which unlocks the line statue trigger. I have to bring the power back online. Oh, any game where they go, the power's offline. We need to bring it online. We need to move some boxes to bring the power online. Go into the sewers. I go, let's just call a technician, and they'll do it. A new Dino Crisis. We need that. Dinosaurs, man, in VR. Oh, their bullets go through things. The bot is supposed to give health. I thought you would get health if you killed people, but I guess not. Final Fantasy XII does that in the Barham passage? Oh yeah, activate the generators. Oh my god, Prince. You were watching me do Sagebrush, right? That cult game? The cult little story game I bought for $2 on the Switch? The whole game was generators. Generators and keys. It was an indie game, so okay. You're supposed to get health somewhere. Health, please, please. Health. Look at this guy. Idiot. We'll see who the idiot is now. I just wasted my last bullet. Nice! I had one more. Please. Quaid. I need health. Quaid. Liar. Ah! Oh! Son of a bitch. For a game that cost $2. I think it was on sale. I just put a bunch of Switch games on my wish list. They tell me when they're on sale. Yes, Matt, we know. That's how Steam works. But Nintendo doesn't move when their games are on a 12% sale. Wow, I could almost save the tax. Woo! Is there not health anywhere? Can I just like warp up to the top here and get a bit of health? D-Live. Oh no! Get health from these plants? That thing just blew up. Give me your health. What are you? Was that a key? What the heck is that? It's gone now. It's gone forever. Oh no, 2070 is in the future? I figured. Wait, I think this is a Nope. No, it's not. It's not a health thingy. Oh. I want Anno. Anno 800. Inca sold me on it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Go back to the future, man. Oh, what's this? There's health. Give me that health. Alright, go up and over and down. No, it's locked. Did that open the door? No, it did not. Fart in my mouth and tell me it's Christmas. Is that peppermint? Yes, it is. With the exception of passion projects, those can be extremely good regardless of the price. Nice. Let's look at this wiki. Carl. I thought you had 17 in your name because you're a big fan of Worms, the game. Health kits are the most common way. Each kit fully heals them. The drifter can carry them. 2 upgrades, you can carry 5. That's nice. That's nice. That's really nice. I'm gonna pump up my upload to 3,000. Get ready for extreme graphics. You're born the 17th. Yeah, I died now. Of April. Oh, you're my Aries buddy. Taurus and Aries. My mom's in Aries. April 12th. Apparently, Aries and Taurus, they get into things and they overindulge together. Like this one scene in Hyperlight Drifter. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Whoops. Yeah. I'm just gonna race down here and take it. Oh, mother, may I. Hello! There's the health kit. That's because you're an Aquarius, Horky, and you don't believe in that stuff. Ever played Gris? No, it sounds good though. Well, actually, it's a terrible title, but I think I remember seeing it. I am terrible at this. I'm a pro gamer. Horky scopes. All my girlfriends have been Pisces. Horky scope for today. I don't know what's going to happen. It's impossible. Chaos theory. Oh. And some of my best friends are Aquarius. My friends that are Aquarius are always really smart. Right, Ink? That was really pathetic. You loved Chaos Theory, the game, or the equation? Of my friends that are Pisces? Ah, yes, Princey Pisces. Fan of the sensual. They just want to rub flowers on everything. Oh, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. There you go. That game was Splinter Cell was so impressive at the time. All that lighting and stealth and gadgets. Your horoscope for the day? I hate it when some kind of story a character explicitly refers to a special ability as my power, your power. Alright, I mean, I'm just, now I've lost my any sense of groove has been beaten out of me. My powers. Yeah, calling them that is a bit silly. But you can't be too obtuse with what you call it. Or when characters in movies or games, like in Control, she would get the ability to fly and she doesn't really say anything. She just picks up a document and reads some more boring story. Oh man, did I hate that game. Your brother was the guide. He was they called him the Sherpa. He'd go to people's houses when they would rent Splinter Cell. Sherpa, I need your help. Where is the 4th key on level 6? I can show you the way, but you will not survive. No one ever has. Only the Sherpa. Boom! Sherpa Nurple. I like that the bullets are finite, because otherwise you could just easily spam them, you know? But it's nice to have them and use them when they're useful. Oh my fucking god. Borderlands 3, they say your powers are back. Did they have a different writer for Borderlands 3? What happened with Borderlands 3? What went wrong? Oh! I blame the controller. Oh, alright. Seems like I can stream pretty good on the weekend around this time. Just like in the morning, I can't. Mass Effect 3? I thought Mass Effect 3 was great. Really good action. And, yeah, I actually liked it more than Mass Effect 2. Although I played Mass Effect 2 twice, and I only played Mass Effect 3 once, so... So that could have been why. I mean, the first time I played Mass Effect 2 was pretty amazing. Just wasn't fun the second time. Felt a bit more shallow. But I wouldn't mind trying to play it again and hooking up with Jack. Yep, there's only so much you can do, right? It's like episode 9 of Star Wars. Too much monkey business. Especially when you don't have a plan. I'm all out of bullets. These are scary. Ooh. I am so frightened. Alright, it's no problem. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's a problem. 3 of them. That's a big problem. Ha 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 ha! Got me! You meet the Maze Meister and Master of the Maze. Is there a maze mystery? And a maze monster? And maze like honey? And Willie Mays Hayes? The great shortstop. Alright. I think I need to kill this guy with kindness. Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong. I haven't been killing people with kindness. All the death is maybe rage and not kind. Good thing this music is amazing and bears up to repeating. I feel like I have to perfect run this, you know? Do like a speed run. Rhythm Doctor. If I got VR, I would play Beat Saber first. Or Star Wars. I'd play Star Wars and then Beat Saber. And Super Hot. And Google Earth. And Flight Simulator. I would need 3 different VR goggles. That would be expensive. The demo? I called the Rhythm Doctor and this is what they said. Boom, 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 boom. This song's in 7/8 and you know that it feels so weird. It feels weird. Yeah, die. Is there health here? Huh? No? Nowhere? Maybe around here. What happened? Oh! Where would I've never been to Japan. But I'd like to go to Japan. I played the demo during Indie Magic. Kill these 2 guys and go up. That was what I needed to do. Yeah. I'd like to go to space. And I'd like to go to New York City. Go up to save what monsters I killed? You think so? You think if I take the elevator up, it'll save these guys? It'll save my progress? That's the cool thing with that Xbox Instant On thing. It acts as a save state. Oh, yes. I feel like they'll all come back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Sirs. Oh baby. You can really whack these guys. Uh-huh. You know what I like about this guy? How he feels kind of like a ninja to me, or... Because a lot of it is defensive. It's just like waiting for them all around you very calmly with the cloak. And you do like a nice agile dive into something and die. The PSP would do the safe state thing? A great thing I heard about the Vita. We convinced our friend Jace to get it. And then Jace was playing and the battery died. And thought, oh no, I lost all this progress on Persona. And the game just... It just saved a little memory. Plug it in. Poof, right back where you were. The VR Mega Pack with a camera and 5 games? I don't know. I had a health kit? No. I don't now. I think I'm better now, though. Don't dive into it. I'm going to slightly blame that I'm using Joy-Cons. Not really great for precise games. Yeah, Yakuza 3 and 4 are pretty good. I started playing 5. Seemed fine. I never got to the end of Yakuza. Whoa. What is ice? What's this? Go, 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 go. Yes. Go get the health. Gimme. Heal up. Boom. Alright. Back to business. See, I have 3 dead guys here already? Okay, I'm gonna take your advice. Get a game going in different genres. Metroidvania, Hollow, Knight City Builder, Anno, RPG, Pillars of Eternity, Indie, Grease, Tactical, XCOM. You can comb. Are you tired of only being able to comb in one direction at a time? What a waste of time. Try the XComb. You can comb your entire head with one brush. The games included have about a value of €200. It's 333. I want VR. I want to play in VR. Alright. Oh! Nice. Tactical and strategy are different. This is how intense Ink's X brain is. Point and click adventure, Scooby-Doo mystery for the Sega Genesis. Wonderful. Ouch. Oh, I can hide behind here. It's a real bullet hell, boy. Oh, man. Man alive, Sonny. Man alive. Oh. Oh. Gross. I'm sorry. Sorry I'm so bad at this. I want to play Anno. I heard Desperados was on sale. Oh, look, these guys are dead. Well, how about that? That means the medkit's probably gone too. Yep. But I have a lot of health this time. So much. Gotcha. Double gotcha. Okay. That was a waste. What I like about this game, though, is that, like, when I get hit, I realize I could have dodged that. I could have not. I've just been, like, spamming the attack button and get myself into problems. You know, my problem. There's another health kit in the bottom left. I found it before and I never noticed. Oh yeah, I got it last time. And then you play each game. Are you still doing your 15-minute of everything schedule? Oh yeah, I remember seeing that one on the bottom. You have to go around. They show you when you first enter this area. This feels like the first big difficulty spike of the game. I am the Master Blaster. There it is. Gimme. I'm hiding. Now what? Guys gonna come a little closer. 15-minute. Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind having a Sid game too. They're a lot of work to get into, you know. Every turn, especially when you first start and you go through the tutorial section. Every turn's like a half an hour. Did you know this could happen, but this could happen, and this could happen here? Yes. These guys only take like 2 hits. You got a big dash. No reason to let them hit you. Oh my god, how long was that? An hour? Yeah, all the symbols and the systems and what to do when. I made the mistake of trying to play Lena in Civilization. I'd never played it before, and it's too much. It's too much to soak in. we go, boy. I mean, I remember playing a Civilization game on the PS1 and totally found love with it. First night I had it, I stayed up to the stereotypical 5 a.m., one more turn, keep going, keep going. So I really love strategy games. Masters of Orion 1 and 2 being a personal fave. Now what? I think I got some Joy-Con drift. Stop it. I guess I'm trying to go up and over to this fella. What was the point of coming in here? This thing? All that did was open the way out. What was the point of all that? Maybe it opened more doors. Oh, well, the music's gone. Everybody's dead. Is this unlocked or something? No, this is where I originally came from. Right? It gave me a purple triangle? Okay, thank you. I didn't notice that. Hey, look, a first aid kit. Yes. You shouldn't need first aid kits if you truly understand. A lot of great sound effects. Very good. If I could ask a dev to make any kind of game, I would want maybe. Yeah, white noise does work really well for that. Kind of sounds like water. It is water, but just fills it up. If you could ask a dev to make any kind of game. When I play XCOM, I think, oh yeah, this is what I'm looking for. An XCOM game with a really great story. I guess that would be Mutant Year Zero. An XCOM game that comes up with the next step that you didn't know you wanted, that makes it feel more modern over the original XCOM. An XCOM game without percentages, which would be Mario Rabbids, that doesn't have Rabbids in it. Another SpaceX game like Masters of Orion that takes it to that next step. As much as I don't really care about story in games, a game that has a really, really good effective story. Oh, I know what. A really good Star Trek game, like we were talking about. A good Star Trek game that has puzzles, mystery, great dialogue, and moral choices. That's what I want. Elite Dangerous? No. Is it good? It has random chance too in rabbits. Can I step on that piece? Oh, I just wasted a bloody first aid kit. I don't think a Tomb Raider is a puzzle game. Yeah, I think like grindy games on paper seem terrible. You think, well, why would you ever want to play that? And then you play it and you realize, nope, this works. I like this a lot. Were you guys really excited about The Witness? The AAA puzzle game? Well, not just AAA, but made by the big dog. The tombs are all puzzles. I don't like going down into tombs and sewers, and I don't like puzzles. I don't think I'd like Tomb Raider. I don't even really like the old Zeldas where you have to go down to a dungeon. It's very moving. Oh, amazing. I mean, when I saw The Witness, I go, wow, what a cool world I want to explore. And then it's all about line puzzles. I think I have The Witness. I must. I simply must. I like when his game came out and he went to people's streams and he could tell if they were using a pirated copy. We call them out. Jonathan, what's his name? Jonathan Blum? Jonathan Blum calls out streamer. Streamer claps back. Jonathan Blum. Jonathan Blow slams streamer. You'll never believe what happens next. There's this genre now of videos on Facebook where it's like it's kind of a low production video of someone treating somebody poorly and then that person showing them the right, that they were wrong. So it's like two guys work at a design thing. One of the guys comes up with a new design and the boss is like, you idiot, I don't hire you to think, I hire you to work. You do what I told you to do or I'll fire you and you can't go have dinner with your mother. And they use all the terminology where they go, boss mistreats employee, you won't believe what happens next. And they play this really sappy music. The production is so low budget, terrible. The acting is terrible. And all these comments of people are like, oh, that's right. That's what happens when you don't treat people right. It's really weird. It's sort of like a video you'd see in school or like a corporate training video or like an after school special or something. Very odd. And then the friend of the hero is like, oh, but you're such a talented designer. I guess that's like a fantasy for an introverted coding engineer. I've already been down here. Vitamins. I think. Yeah, quite huh? Yeah, Jonathan Blow seems interesting. Seems like a smart guy. I mean, he's in that documentary, right? Where he watched Soulja Boy play his game Braid and say, that's all you do. You die and you reverse it. He was so upset. It's not all you do. It's not. Witness, you have to take in the secret stuff, listen to the commentary, and spiritualism to enjoy it the most. I've been down there. I would assume at one point the entire game of The Witness becomes the puzzle. My cousin is a math genius and math teacher, and now he's like a computer tech support guy for the government. He really loved it. He plays Destiny. He likes all the numbers. He likes his numbers going up, and then he likes doing tasks that are rewarded at a higher rate. How the hell do I get out of here? Follow the white noise. It will guide you. Oh my meow. Oh my meow. That's me. What? 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 Wow. You can get more guns? What? I want to get over here. That's where the guy told me to go. You can always warp. If one game could be remastered with state-of-the-art graphics in 4K, do you mean like remake a game where you could, like a remake Metal Gear Solid 1? There's a lot of games where I like their old graphics. What I would really like is if Final Fantasy VII had all the pre-rendered backgrounds redone. Yeah, not Mario. Mario just keep. Yeah, I would like Final Fantasy VII to have all the higher resolution versions of the backgrounds. Would be really, really nice. Maybe Deus Ex Invisible War. I thought had a really good story. That could use a sort of like a gameplay upgrade and better visuals. But that game would need to be rebooted and remade, like they did with Human Revolution. Because although I like the story and the writing in Invisible War, it's like a very empty world. They didn't have the tech for everything, and it just felt like you were in airports all the time, which sucked. Don't know where to go. Wonder where I should go. How do I get there? Here. From here. Godfall, Tone the Palatine? Yeah. Deep Rock Galactic, more co-op, eh? How about you, Journeyman G? Do you got one that you wanted to have remastered? If you could have an open world game in one fictional world that wasn't already an open world game. I'm a sucker for Shadowrun. I would like to see more Shadowrun stuff. And maybe Star Trek. Maybe Star Wars. The world of the Beatles. A world of love. Yeah. What's Mistborn? Is that from Mist? Yeah, I've been rewatching a bunch of Next Generation stuff. I tried watching the original Star Trek. It's pretty fun. I like the space stuff they deal with. I don't really like when they go down to planets and they're all dressed up like gangsters. Boom. What's Evilis? Evilis. I release you from your duty. Looks like I should go up to here and then over and over. Maybe I can get there from there. What? Evilis is in Final Fantasy XII, Tactics, and Vagrant Story. Oh, really? There's people who can ingest certain metals and expend the energy in very special ways. Oh, very, very nerdy superheroes. Sounds low. Oh. How about StarCraft? Which is basically just Warhammer. Warhammer 40k. We've been here before. Is there anything worth doing? Oh, the map is not a pause. You know what? I'm going to stop here. Had a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, everybody. I'm going to come back with more of this game.